And he's managed to get free. Rijkaard. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos. Lovely. And the shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. Could move up a gear here. He's picked his way through. Looking for option. Goes for a shot! Bellingham.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Batistuta. Bale has it in a wide position. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately it's Bale! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He won't be happy with that one. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Bellingham.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Vieira. Kukçu. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Brilliantly cut out.
Ukraine are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Guardiola is the team's great visionary.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Batistuta. Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. He leaps for it. And that's a tidy finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Bellingham. Kukçu. And the counter is on. The less said about that pass, the better. Vieira. And here's Rashford. Harrison deals with that comfortably. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. And that could set him on his way. Vinicius Junior has the space to scheme. Chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Ukraine find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Bellingham. Oh, what a ball! Oh, good take and a big chance! And that's a good finish. They are purring, truly purring. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Muscular approach does pay off here. Vieira is fouled. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. So a temporary halt to the action. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So the action resumes.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they...
Tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Count. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played.
And the finish! It's fallen loose again! And it's been given away. McAllister. Bellingham. And here's Bale. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Mbappe! Rashford looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And this is Batistuta. Oh, great chance! Bale! It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game with their professional hats on, circumstances will extract the aggression.
So things are underway. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Borga, looking for the run. Bartasagi. And he's only too happy to take that back. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
The electric Christian Pulisic is one of the most exciting attacking midfielders, who has searing pace and trickery that will scare any defender and many defences. He could do with a better final product at times, but he's very unselfish. He's a real team player, and he's making great strides.
Towering header! And he's done it! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, it's up.
All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for the lead. Oh, great save by Dida. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Cleared without hesitation. It's a threatening ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe, he is through here. And here's Couch. Mbappe. Terrific effort. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rashford really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Knocks it into space. And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised, because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Quality ball. And here's Mbappe. Couch. And this is Couch. That tackle was certainly sturdy. Nicely weighted ball. Valverde. Now it's Dani Olmo. Bremer spots it and intercepts. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Rashford has it in a wide position. It's a good... Oh, great leap! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That is good alertness. Tries to play it through. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, he's found support out wide. Goes for a shot! And he's stuck it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Valverde. Now it's Rooney. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. And a neat finish. And that is goal number 20. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
He's shifting through... Can he finish? Well taken goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now that's well seen too. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Mbappe, there's the shot! And that's in! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Hazard. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And this is Rooney. Real chance! And that's a tiny finish. That was easy. Almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Paris Saint-Germain now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Shapes to shoot! Not a bad try by any means. This possibly the last play of the half. Defending of the desperate variety. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Chers spectateurs, un petit message pour vous rappeler de ne pas hésiter avant, pendant et après ce match à offrir votre contribution.
So, into the second half.
Football pour tous.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a good ball. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Now it's Torres. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Rooney. Stood up well to him there. McAllister.
Diamante are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Kirkchu. He has found the way through. Mbappe! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting.
Valverde! Brilliant from Valverde! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they're back in front. He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Paris Saint-Germain with the lead. The pass is intercepted. Valverde. Now it's Hazard. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. And a header! Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And Torres! Oh, he doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 10.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Le numéro 18. Le numéro 15. À leur place.
Mbappe.
Le numéro
It's
20.
going wide
Le
left.
numéro 13.
Pepe promptly
Le
onto
numéro
that,
8.
and that is that. Hazard. Cafu. Pass somewhat off target. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Knocks it out wide. Cafu. Hazard. Great chance! And there's a goal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Paris Saint-Germain go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Now, what about a counter-attack? Roberto Carlos. Good play on the left-hand side here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. Shevchenko! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! About as smooth as it gets. And they are disappointed. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The Portuguese do have a penchant for producing great wingers, Peter, and this fella, Rafael Leao, is another really good example. He likes to play down the middle, or he'll go to the left-hand side, wherever he can kind of get his run started. Once he finds that little bit of space, then it's all about using his pace and trickery, and he'll give any defence lots of problems.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Now it's Shevchenko. Serbia are looking to break at pace, and he's managed to get free. Delivered in. Count! That's a fair try, but just off target. Now it's Berbatov. Now it's Rashford. Now it's Rashford. He has found a way through. And this goes for a shot! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rashford is fouled. It's a good 35 yards out, this. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Dani Olmo, no, that's been intercepted. Modric, Totti. Now it's Shevchenko. That has been cut short. Dani Olmo. Look at the space here. Couch. McAllister. Now it's Berbatov.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's found the way through. Goes down, but nothing given. Modric. Now it's Rafael Leao. Totti going about things with real menace. He's shifting through the gears here. Great chance! It's loose now and they want to... Oh, he's been caught napping. And across. Getting up there!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And it's Count. Now it's Dani Olmo. Ah, he's got real chance! And he's stuck it away. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Serbia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Serbia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kukcu. Modric. And it's Totti. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very...
Dani Olmo! Delicious from Dani Olmo! A finish right from the top draw. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Serbia with the lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Well, that looks a decent ball, and he was quick to react. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Piemonte clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Berbatov. And he's picked out the run. And it's been hooked away. Nicked it back promptly. Counts, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. And it's Kukcu. Well, he couldn't quite catch up to that. Dani Olmo. The referee's awarded a free kick. Now it's McAllister. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Signore e signori,
The
finisco il
midway